Hello, Natchez. I'm your mayor, Dan Gibson, and we are starting again a series of videos on Shop Local. If you'll recall, back around Christmas time, we did between 30 and 35 Shop Local videos, and we got a lot of great response. And so we don't want people thinking they can only shop local at Christmas. People need to be shopping local all the time. Now, we're not going to do 30 or 35 the next day or two like we did back at Christmas, but we're going to spread these out over the next few weeks. And we're starting here at a really great place with a really great lady. And this is actually a vendor, Linda Gibson. I call her my sister from another mother. Hey, Linda.
Hi.
And Linda, I want to tell them where we are. We are actually at one of the businesses we featured right before Christmas called the Shops at Kress. And this is in the 100 block of Commerce Street, downtown. It's in the old Kress building. Some viewers may remember when National Furniture was in this building. It has a lot of space, a lot of vendors, everything from jewelry to antiques to spices. Linda, you are a great cook.
Thank you.
I've had your food and your cooking,
Thank you.
and your cook matches that beautiful smile. Your cooking just is so wonderful and unique.
You're so kind.
I'm going to say, first of all, Linda, we became friends a long time ago.
A long time ago, I knew you before you were mayor.
I know.
Of Natchez.
In fact, I remember when I met you, and it was in around August, September of 2016. Mm-hmm. We were both at the city's planning commission.
Yes.
Getting approval to open businesses.
Yes, we were.
And we got approved the same day.
Yes, we did.
Mine was a bed and breakfast business. Yours was a food business.
Yes.
Yeah.
Spice business. Mm-hmm.
Well, we're about to talk about this because Linda is now one of the vendors here at the Shops at Kress. And you can actually come to the shops and you can visit and shop also with Linda every day of the week. I believe the hours are from 10 to 6, Monday through Saturday. Open on Mondays, isn't that great?
Yes.
And also on Sundays from 11 to 3. So if you haven't been to the Shops at Kress, you need to come on down. But let's talk about what you have. Tell us what you're featuring here today.
This is my spice line, and it's bodacious Creole seasonings, and I have an entire line, different kinds of seasoning. I have the original one, which has been around the longest, and then I have the others that came along after.
So, Linda, let's talk about you just a minute so we'll understand the source of all these great recipes. Mm-hmm. So, you were born here in Natchez.
Yes, I was.
But as a young girl, your family moved
to New Orleans.
And so you grew up in New Orleans.
Grew up in New Orleans. Everything happened for me in New Orleans. Grew up, went to school, married, had kids, everything. My whole life evolved around New Orleans.
I love New Orleans.
Yeah.
And I love the food.
Yeah.
I love the traditions, but I also love that it's a great place to visit because unlike the Big Easy, it's a little easier to get around here in the Little Easy.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Now, Linda, you picked up a lot of your cooking talent in New Orleans, I take it.
I did, from my grandmother.
Really?
I did. And I learned to cook from my grandmother right at her skirt tail.
Oh,
I did.
How old were you?
Very young, somewhere along the lines of maybe 7, 8.
God.
Something like that.
Wow.
I've been cooking a long time. I've been learning a long time. But,
well, one thing about New Orleans and Creole cooking and the old Southern cooking with that New Orleans touch is it all depends on the seasoning, right?
Yes. And when you think of Creole, most people, you think of New Orleans, they think of Cajun Creole, and they always think New Orleans cooking is hot and spicy.
Yes.
In some cases it is, but for the most part, it's all about the flavor.
Yes.
That's what Creole is, nothing but flavor.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Now, you made your way back to Natchez after Hurricane Katrina sent you packing to Atlanta area, Georgia.
That's right. Yes.
It didn't take you long to decide, I need to go home, right?
I've been out there a lot of years in Georgia, and I had a piece of property here,
Yes.
which is what brought me back here. And so now I decided that I want to lay down some roots back home.
I'm so glad. All right, let's talk about that oldest spice. What is the oldest recipe that you have here?
This is the Creole, the bodacious Creole seasoning. That's the original one.
This is the original one, bodacious.
One. And you can put it on anything. Anything. I kid you not. And it's not overly salty. That's what makes me more uniquely different than the seasonings that they have on the market now.
Yes.
There's a lot of salt in them, and these are not. It's all about flavor.
I'm going to tell you, I love to cook. And if I was to use this, it says seafood, beef, pork, poultry, vegetables. What are a few recipes that you recommend trying this with?
Let me tell you, you can put it on anything. And I'm serious when I say that.
My hamburgers.
Yes.
Really?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And it's not going to be a spicy flavor.
No, it's the right spice. It's the right amount. It's not overly hot. It's not not enough heat. It's enough, and it hits you right at the end. At the end when it's going down.
And $8, that's not a bad price.
No, it's not.
Gosh, that's not a bad price.
No preservatives, no additives, no anti-caking, none of that.
And my wife will love this. It's gluten-free.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
Let's talk about some of your other spices.
This is the Zulu zest. This is more of a Caribbean style. If you like Jamaican foods or anything like that, anything on that level, tropical, anything like that, those tropical foods is good for.
Wow.
It is amazing.
So I could imagine, it says here for turkey, chicken, vegetables, pork, seafood. You know, something I've really enjoyed is how people will do a pork tenderloin.
Right.
And then they'll make some kind of fruit garnishment.
Yes.
Out of pineapple or out of anything from, I've even had it with plums. And
yes.
I bet this would be really good on that.
You better believe it is good.
Man. Bodacious Zulu zest. And you know what? I'm loving the fact that we're in Mardi Gras and you got the Mardi Gras theme going, even with your labels.
Yes.
Tell us about another one.
This is the barbecue. This is your barbecue season right here. It is great. Anything pork, anything. Ribs, it doesn't matter. Anything in the pork family.
Wow.
It's fabulous.
But you can use it on beef ribs too.
Yes.
And so this would be, rather than using a lot of barbecue sauce, if you wanted to do a dry rub.
Dry rub, yes.
Would this be all you need for that dry rub?
That's all you need. That's all you need.
Wow.
Dry rub. You can marinate with it too, you know. You can take any of these seasonings and make a marinade out of them.
I'm noticing on the ingredients, this is what makes it good. You got cane sugar in there.
You know it. You know it. You know.
Linda, how do you go about processing these? It's quite an art to get these made and processed, labeled. They're beautiful.
And what I love about it is I've never wanted to make them in a super mass production.
Yes.
I always wanted to keep them small batch, hands-on, to keep that homemade feel.
Yeah.
And I wanted it in my hands because a lot of times when you put it into a company's hand to produce the product for you, then they shy away from the original recipe.
Right.
Because most seasonings have some type of additive or preservative to keep it on the shelf.
Right.
I don't.
No MSG.
No.
Again, gluten-free, all natural ingredients.
That's right.
I mean,
all you
that's
gotta do is shake it up when you're ready. Just shake it up.
Tell you what, I'm going to be taking some of these home. I'm going to be a customer in just a minute.
Shake it up.
I noticed that you have some gift baskets available.
I do.
And so tell us about your gift baskets.
And that's for if you want to give someone so they can have a sample of all of them.
Yeah.
And give them a gift and let them be able to try them all.
So if you get this, you're going to get all three.
Yes.
And that is just lovely. It is. And what's your price on the gift baskets?
They are 28.
That's great.
28.
And what a beautiful gift.
Yes, it is.
You know, if you're going to a party, that's a nice thing to take.
Yes, it is.
Oh, man.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Well, tell me.
We also have one on game. It's called Wild and Spicy.
Okay, wait a minute.
It's this one right here. It's for wild game.
Oh, now this is okay. We've got a lot of hunters who live around Natchez. And I understand, talking to a few buddies of mine, that they've had a really good deer season. They need to come hit you
That's
up.
right. They need wild and spicy. It is good.
Oh, man.
Very good
for
game.
Bison, duck, quail, sausage, great for all wild game. Deer hunters, you need to come. Or how about those wives who have patiently dealt with deer season while their husbands have been gone, or boyfriends? Now's the time you can really put a great touch. What will this make that wild game taste like? What will it bring out?
It doesn't take away the real flavor of the game.
Yes.
You still get that gamey if you want that, but it just adds something really uniquely different. And what made me come up with that, I met a guy in Georgia who was a hunter, and I didn't have that seasoning on the market, just the other ones. And he said to me, he actually said, "Listen, you know, I love these seasons. You think you could do something especially for me?" And I said, absolutely. That's how I came up with the name, because they called him Wild Bill. So it's wild and spicy.
Oh, I love it. Bodacious. You know, I love your label, too. We just got to say it, because you'll be coming in here to Kress looking for this. Just ask them for Gigi's Spices. It's real New Orleans Creole cuisine.
Yes, it is.
Gigi's.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Linda, this is just the start of your talent. Like I said, an amazing cook, someone who can bake the sweetest sweets, too. Have to be careful about those. But I'm so glad to see today that we're featuring these spices. This is a great time for folks to enjoy. So, Linda, I'm going to remind people where you are. This is our Shop Local series. We're going to be doing more of these over the next few weeks. Natchez Shop Local. Miss Lou, right here, you can come to the shops at Kress on the 100 block of Commerce Street. We just redid the sidewalks out here, and open from 10 to 6 every day, except Sunday is open 11 to 3. But you're open here 7 days a week. Linda, what is your favorite thing about being able to create such delectable spices?
I love doing this. I have a passion for it. I've owned 2 restaurants in the past, so I do have a history with cooking.
Yeah.
And I just want other people to be able to enjoy something that's real, without, it's a clean product, no additives, no preservatives. I'm really, really excited about doing things like that and having that type of offering for customers. Yes.
Well, we're just glad you're here in downtown Natchez.
Thank you.
Your grandmother would be proud of you.
Yes, she would. Yes, she would. I also want to remind them that for the people who are watching their salt intake, we have a no salt one as well.
Oh, let's talk about that a minute.
Yeah, and a lot of people are dealing with that type of thing these days. So if they are watching their salt,
no salt.
That's right. And I have many suggestions for them to use the no salt to make it very, very tasty, because they can replace the salt with other things.
Yes.
Fruit juices, apple cider vinegar, lemon.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. And this is also gluten-free.
Yes.
And I love this. Never too hot, perfectly spiced.
Yes.
That's great. Well, Linda, I have enjoyed being with you today, getting to enjoy seeing all of this great product you created.
Thank you.
And we just wish you every success.
Thank you so much.
We do. God bless you, Linda. And I tell you what, on the count of 3, let's say Shop Local Natchez, all right?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Shop Local Natchez.